Hey guys, so in this video I want to show you guys the capabilities of the Fishman Loudbox micro acoustic guitar amp for singing. So I know most people buy this guitar amp for amplifying their acoustic guitar, and that's the main reason why I bought it too. I want to have an amp for making my acoustic guitars louder, of course. However, this also has a mic input on the amp, and eventually I discovered that this mic is, well, it is a good amp for, for playing and singing at the same time, but I also thought it was pretty good for karaoke too. I know this is not like a, something that people think about when they buy this amp, but for me, when I bought this amp, it was actually replacing my Vox Mini 5. That was a portable battery-powered guitar amp I had before. I could use it for busking, I can use it to as a portable amp outside and everything. It's very light and it's pretty much got similar capabilities with the Fishman Loudbox Micro, but it's actually even more versatile because you can use it outside on batteries and everything else. So although the Fishman Loudbox Micro, you cannot power it with batteries, but the Vox Mini 5 also had another ability, which was you plug in a microphone and then you can adjust some of the settings on the microphone input. And that's something that the Fishman Loudbox Micro can do as well, except this one has an XLR input, which is even better than the 1/4 inch input that the Vox Mini 5 had. So this one I think is even better for hooking up mics since it has the XLR input that most mics have. And yeah, the reason why I use my Vox Mini 5 as kind of a portable DIY karaoke machine, the reason why is because most of the karaoke machines on the market today are either the small cheap ones that are not very good at all, like they're like 30 bucks or 40 bucks and they're not very good at all. There's like these handheld mics and stuff, very bad quality. Or you can splurge money for the expensive ones, right? The ones where it's either like a big PA monitor, sometimes you can carry them on your back and stuff like a backpack. I still find that too heavy. And then of course you can get the real expensive ones where you just have to set it up at home. It's not portable at all. Yeah, for me, I didn't find any karaoke machine on the market where it's kind of like in between, right? Where it's as portable as something that you can carry in your backpack, and it's also good quality. Right, so just to show you guys what I'm talking about, right now I have my Fishman Loudbox Micro and the Universal Audio Volt 276, both in this backpack right now, and yeah, I basically use this setup whenever I go to a friend's house or whatever. I want to bring a portable karaoke machine for house parties and stuff, just to liven up the party. It's very easy to do that. So this is my in-case ARC travel backpack. I've talked about it before in previous videos. Keep in mind that it is kind of a larger backpack, but still, my point is that this is a nice portable karaoke setup that can fit all in a backpack. Much better than what you can get on Amazon or whatever that's portable. So yeah, have it all here. I have my two mics, which is going to be a Shure SM58 and a PGA 48 mic. Got them both right here, all the cables that's needed. So this is my Universal Audio Volt 276. This is a USB audio interface. It's meant for recording your guitar and vocals into your computer, but I also use it as sort of a, kind of like a mixer or a preamp as well. So basically this has two mic preamps right here, which are pretty decent mic preamps. And when you're doing karaoke, when you're singing karaoke, when you're doing a duet or something like that, you're going to need two mics, right? So you have two mic inputs right now, which is here, which is perfect. And you also have a built-in compressor right here, which is based on the UA 1176 compressor, very famous compressor. You also have this vintage mode, which adds a bit of warmth, kind of like a tube sound. So anyways, that's pretty cool. You can turn up the gain and adjust the monitoring and everything. But I use this as sort of like a mini mixer or a preamp. And then it has two monitor outs right here. And I actually pump the signal out to my Fishman Loudbox Micro's mic input. So that's how I do this setup. So I have the Volt 276 here from UA Audio. That's one key component. And then of course I have the Fishman Loudbox Micro here, which all fits inside of my backpack. Alright, so this is a nice setup. All I have to do is hook it up. So I got my cables and chargers right here. Alright, now power adapters. I hooked everything up, and I got to hook up the cables right here. So basically, I'm going to be using the output of the UA Volt 276 and hook up the output into the XLR input of the Fishman Loudbox Micro. And I actually think this works pretty well. When I tested it against my previous setup with the Vox Mini 5, I think that the mic input of the Fishman Loudbox Micro actually works better. So this is actually really good for singing, for karaoke. So all you need to do that is, because there is stereo outputs for the UA Volt, what I have to do is basically I have to get a few different specialized cables right here. But you can get these off of Amazon pretty easily. They're not that expensive. They're maybe like 10 bucks, I would say. But there's a few different cables. So one is this one. It is using two TRS inputs. These are stereo TRS inputs. So you got the left and right channels here, and it goes into one stereo TRS. So basically, yeah, you guys see this? This has got two stereo TRS, I guess, outputs into one stereo TRS input. So, or I should say two mono TRS into one stereo TRS. So this is important because, like I said, the back of the UA Volt 276 and other similar products, like if you're using a Behringer or if you're using a Focusrite, you know, these kind of USB audio interfaces usually all have the stereo outs, right? So you need one of these cables. Basically, it's a stereo like pair, yeah, a stereo pair. So plug it in like this, stereo pair TRS output from here, and going into one 1/4 inch or a TRS stereo input. So this one carries both the signals, left and right signals. So this one has an XLR input, which I said is good for plugging in just a mic straight up, right? So I have a Shure SM58, for example, which is a legendary dynamic mic, been used on tons of different albums and records. So if I just wanted to plug this straight up into the Fishman, I can do that, right? Because this one just has a typical XLR cable right here, so I can plug this straight into here, right? And if I wanted to sing karaoke like this, I could do that as well. There's no issue here, right? So it's very easy just to hook up a typical microphone to this. But if I want to get the dual microphone inputs, like for dual duets and karaoke and stuff, and I want to get the compressor and all the other great stuff that comes with the Volt 276, then what I need to do is take this stereo TRS output, and I need to get another cable, it's another specialist cable, which is this 1/4 inch or TRS into XLR. So this one converts the signal from a TRS or 1/4 inch input into XLR. So that's what we'll use here. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm going to plug in this one from, this is the output from the Volt 276. And I'm going to plug it into the input of the Fishman Loudbox micro. So it's basically a converter from the 1/4 inch TRS into XLR. So that's how I'm doing it here. And then after I do that, I can actually plug in two of my mics, plug in two mics into the Volt 276, and then you can do duets and stuff. And I also have the compressor and the vintage sound. I can adjust the levels on here. And I also have the levels adjustment on the Fishman Loudbox micro as well. It actually ends up being pretty good, so I'll demonstrate it. Just gonna do a few karaoke songs here. I think I usually start with the one that everyone, some like karaoke songs that everyone's familiar with, right? So like Don't Stop Believin', for example. And yeah, when I go to my friend's party and stuff, usually they have a TV that can hook up to YouTube. So I usually just find a karaoke version on YouTube to play. So yeah, just find the karaoke version on YouTube. Yep. So usually at people's houses, they'll all have a TV hooked up to YouTube and everything, so you can look it up. Or you can always bring the laptop, which can also hook up to YouTube as well. So I'm just gonna use my laptop here. So let's plug in the SM58 mic. We're gonna plug it into the UA Volt 276 like this. We can optionally plug in another mic for duets. This is the SM58, which is just a cheaper version of the SM58 essentially. Plug that in and power up the UA 276 and power on the Fishman. I'm going to have the volume and everything set to about 12 right here. I have compressor and vintage both on. I have it both set to vocals. So yeah, and I have gains. Oh, I have the gains set to about, I'm going to put about 9 here. Lows and highs about 12, reverb. So another cool thing is this one has reverb for vocals as well. That's built into the Fishman Loudbox micro. So you have some reverb for the vocals. So again, hello, hello. Yeah, so now, right, I have my mic plugged into the Volt 276, which is also plugged into the output of the Volt 276 is plugged into the Loudbox micro. both of them have controls for controlling the level and inputs of the mic, which is cool. I can also turn up the reverb so you guys can kind of hear, okay, this is like full reverb. You guys can obviously can hear, right? This is a loud reverb right here, but I'm going to lower the reverb to about 10 o'clock. And I can turn up the gain as well to sound louder, but it might feedback if I go too loud, so it's okay. The SM58 is a pretty, this mic will have pretty good signal to begin with. The PGA48 has a lower signal, so I had to increase the gain a little bit more in the PGA48, but the SM58 already has some good sensitivity to begin with. I should say sensitivity, yeah. This mic has better sensitivity than the PGA48. So this is a SM48, 58, sorry. The SM58, which I'm going to be using to demo some songs here for karaoke. And now this is the PGA48 mic. It's just to show you guys that you can do duets like this. And if you have this kind of setup with the Volt 276 or any other USB audio interface with two inputs, like I used to use the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, it works well as well. Any USB interface with two inputs can do this. So as long as you do that and you hook it up to the mic input. Yeah, so anyways, I just want to demonstrate that you can indeed hook up two mics and then, yeah, it works fine. So anyways, that's just for demonstrating the second mic here. Don't need it anymore because I'm not duetting with anyone right now. So I'm just going to use the SM58 here. Okay, so I'm going to play a song that everyone probably knows about. I'm going to play "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey. Push it up on my laptop, and this is usually how I would do it at my friend's place. You just get a YouTube karaoke song going, and then I sing along to it. All right. Adjust the levels properly. Sing King channel. Alright. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night, it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people living just to find an ocean, hiding somewhere in the night. All right. Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Search your heart, search your soul, and when you find me there, you'll search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. Can't tell me it's not worth dying for. You know it's true. Everything I do, I do it for you. For all those times you stood by me, for all the truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you made come true, for all the love I found in you. Be forever thankful, baby. You're the one who held me up, never let me fall. You're the one who saw me through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me, lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you love me. From this moment, life has begun. From this moment, you are the one. Right beside you is where I belong. From this moment on, from this moment, I have been blessed. I live only for your happiness and for your love. I'd give my last breath. From this moment on, I give my hand to you with all my heart. I can't wait to live my life with you, can't wait to start. You and I will never be apart. My dreams came true because of you. It's undeniable that we should be together. It's unbelievable how I used to say that I'd fall never. The basis is need to know if you don't know just how I feel. Let me show you now that I'm for real. If all things in time will reveal, yeah. 1, you're like a dream come true. 2, just wanna be with you. 3, girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And 4, repeat steps 1 through 3. 5, make you fall in love with me. If ever I believe my work is done, then I start back at 1. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you learn things you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? Or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountains? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather around her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. And country roads. Anyways, yeah, you guys get the idea here. It's a pretty nice machine for karaoke, actually. I like it actually better than my previous Vox Mini 5 that I used. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, you can just plug in a mic straight up as an XLR input, so you don't even need this. But if you want to do duets and stuff like that, I think it's better to have something like this. And plus, you get some extra stuff you can do with a audio interface like this, right? Extra controls for gain and compression in this one, and yep, there's a few more things if you plug this thing. But actually, for this one, you don't even necessarily need it because it just has a straight up XLR input and it has reverb, highs, lows, and gain can all be controlled from here, master volume. Yeah, so you have all your controls for the mic on here. So you don't even need to have this USB audio interface, but for me, I like to have it just for duets and also for a little bit more control there. So anyways, it's my portable karaoke setup, all fits in my backpack. I think it's higher quality than generally any of the smaller ones you can get from Amazon, and of course the bigger ones, that's a different story, but then those are not as portable. Those I cannot actually put in my backpack. So anyways, yep, this has become my new amp for not just playing acoustic guitar, but also for karaoke as well. Works pretty well for that. So anyways, just want to show that off. People might not know about that kind of capability and might not think about that with this kind of amp, but I think it works pretty well for that. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and yeah, as always, thanks for watching.